that is going to pay you, and I'm not going to have an influence over how you run your staff, but somebody else will do. But I need to have an interest because I'm going to be spending money to pay you. Then at the time you are being hired, I must have my say. And if I check and that say was not given, and the one going to make the payment seems not satisfied with what has happened, then there will be room for a level of what? Review, whether to capacitate the team as it is, or to even remove some persons that you feel may be square pegs in a hole that is round, or round pegs in a hole that is squared, because no matter what, it may go in, but it will leave some species that others can take advantage of. So I've had engagement, unofficial engagement with the president of the FA. Currently, I know he's not in town. Yesterday, he sent some of his official advice to be present at the vetting. I do know that so far our engagement has been very respectful to each other, and when they do come down, but I'm sure by the time he's back, I would have been given my appointment officially, and I can the capacity to begin to have official engagement, and this matter will surely be discussed.
Yes, into Minister Designate for Youth and Sports, and the veteran, no, and all this aspect. Now, Kofi Adams at Wasso, or say, oh, yes, so much worried. Our decision I have not taken to retain Otto, all because over blasters, Numa, Uran, a year more honor, or see players need be raising concerns over Papano. So what now relationship or no more Juma or Yenny identity. A hand pa say Efino, I decided to say Otto. Enter. I'm not saying Uran above a baby. Otto ni stay no permanent.
So all of us, I believe, maybe including even the FA itself, that is their wish. But this wish should not lead us into doing stuff that will not help us. In the unofficial engagement with the president, he did mention the strengthening of the technical team of the stars. But if what Schaefer is going to give us can be found here and will cost us less, is it possible to do that? If what is being offered is too high for us in terms of our budget, and we can negotiate to bring it further down, does the contract give room for that to happen? We seriously would have to be reviewing all those stuff, and we're going to be forthright. We're going to be forthright. Yes, we want to qualify. We want to do everything humanly possible from the side of government to make sure that we qualify. We must not also end up wasting, spending resources in a way that we could have saved it for other sports, as we are talking about the need to support other sports also. I've heard a lot of comments about his stay or non-stay, and I must say it's a matter of concern. This concern of stay or not stay is not just coming from the non-playing body. That's what, for me, is of great concern to me. Not just the fans that are talking, but the engagement I've had, it goes beyond that to even the playing body and some members of the association, current and former, who have significant say in how our sports is run. So it's of great concern, and I want to leave it at great concern because we'll be having engagement. I don't want to make a pronouncement because you are now going to have engagement. And what I'm saying is that these matters that have been raised have not been raised only by fans or sports analysts and enthusiasts like you persons. It's been also raised from even the playing body. At least one or two has come to my attention. So it's come to my attention. So we will discuss it.
Yes, and Kofi Adams and Mampenyi, a unit Omra, MH Sports and Recreation. So Namra, ebra osia vetting committee no this ansem way etudwa wo hwe otuado asema no wo kan dia ene de one Sporty FM ene ye sa interview no this asem no etudwa na mebisa wo otuado sese ye tesen efe no a confirm ne so ot na o makofa technical advisor amana akofa assistant for Manda 20 ede naba se papa yi basa committee no confirm no na president aginitum as the minister for youth and sports and recreation oba no wabegye atum ananse obepam otuado be stay ananse tesen na appointment no send the city ni tikika so when the performance eso omo retaining no kwa na gidi say enye nem say compensation sensem bi omo contract a omo san omo anfa adwena nto nyanse ni bia nka ho a omo koyeye no na ede san se mo nyina aba se omo pam no omo kotua compensation papa ne beji atum ama na tena saa ana yentua saa compensation no de yempam no ehon nsensem say na titie wo hwe Kofi Adamsa sports sto owura no oye fit obetimi
awusia nsem de na imrande de yatiti bebre over the course of the last 2 decades as to the commitment of sports ministers ani omo ba ne niyema omo so omo baye. But the truth is that senke FNB any appointment for people working for the blasters there a government ne betuaka wabra ne yen constitute and say yenyi will be as the sector minister. There was no point say we take it that step because
say FNB kwa di kan say omo twen.
Yes,
essence on person mo consult to aban na nsa.
Yes, because blasters ni any assignment within the period yede transition and as a new minister you know. And it is a who appointee obi fufuro bia be share national team na blasters no na say government na we say tua na kadea and yes say wo twentwen so
the minister kan so obi amena me betua na kadea.
Yes,
na me ni hwe ka wo ho no anse metwa na odi abrem na makutia.
Yes, because ebia minister ebe o share papa ya yefa na credentials crowd you can then say amount now we quote this is what we are expecting so oh yeah there ubenya say with ebia added bonus. But for you to negotiate send your yeti say $65,000 wabra otuado sika ndebia ya na $100 ebusi onye dollars oji euros which
okay,
is
into
higher,
50,000 no
which is higher sika no wasro ntisi ekofo obi aba be hyem saa ni betua na kadea na ye government na etua ene na sebi yansemu no na wose ye twen kakra na minister na mbra ye ne ntena ase. But all that the ordinary Ghanaian is looking at for is a change, a drastic change from the norm. And it's send ya niema over the years amwaye.
Baby ye gina changes no betimi aba.
A bank a positive, a plus. And what can you say? Me shane say abusia. Me shane say Ora no aba into power. No I can say okay. Say if Obi be assistant coach, there should be a caveat. Yes, there should be a caveat. Send ye and a time passer. Akwesi apia ne sala start etna ho understudy the expatriate de mobile. Inti sellers the coaches di bi achi ya equal 206 World Cup. Ochey. And Sunny the coach kwesi apia be shem with Kloluwa, with Blavi, with coaches eba nyina. And Sana ye elevating to that point of being the head coach of the blasters. Sani emani bi ni ehwe. Say ehwe video analyst ni esi expert. Ye ni any Ghanaian video analyst bia obetimi amayen the level of the abrofi de be go to $15,000. Bia sa Ghanaian no kra the price no ebe confirm. Abusia wati de me patch. Enti as ye pre ho aye bibi ntem.
Eye de ntia na efe no obi antimi putum omu to order say hey wait obi antimi
no
because you the president esiso the ministers nemba president ne betimi akasa and then ya show omo ama asem a obeka Henry and ending di go kan say omo twen some minister na beba obi antimi nkolo omu to order
when the transition team na juma no there was this communique say all other ministerial or sectors ni nyina holding on to appointments and other contracts into na me feel say working for the government Ghana football in care FA no for the government na nka also almost a horty any person negotiation there you can continue pending the approval of who becomes the next minister. But mistakes na ya no we can't continue like that. And yet me for be a maniska all in the name so here blasters technical director because abusia asem no there esre wa ha ne say they fa common reasoning then we could have said say yeja Otto Addo kwan who is our technical director, that's Prof Minta, he can step in. It is a say no say fa broni na what becomes of Prof Minta
ya fa na nyese ya fa na me fie ne say nkrofo we minimum obehwe na ebi kro omo de asem say minister na ba na say o so ntime ne advisor na nye technical advisor na nye adwuma e bi agisi etua ne 2.5 years ni na salary man enye nwanwa so omo de behim enu nti ene yesi e man
abusia se koba sa efe na for na de musika betua because
omo ye bi da obi am omo amfo musika ncha she Otto Addo funu wei a wonnem hu contract omo na sign obi an hold omo to order.
The difference is that during that time there was a sector minister approving or appending his signature. This time around broni no omo signing or wo ka say omo fani sector minister no cry yan confirming no man the order of appointment to start
but still obi an question efe no obi akran comment e man nye say ese nkomo twen yan media for na yaji asemi ataye ni
sometimes
in the end the yakasa won po obi ase
sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about what is on paper. And what is on paper no che say sa na o makoye dia a minister no cry designate event Kofi Adams signature ni any contractor a GF whoever I are appointing on the work. So call in legal terms a null and void on the side of the government because all the minister ba na government no say what said the portion be or more ascended to whatever details no more agree to pay sika or the man on the dia then there ought to be obi signature until now you approve obia say approve obia the announce what for be not this S amount of money and a contract termination terms saying a woman dia then you can't hold the government and answer the sector minister say or because financial in the event that
yemfa say kobasa enne ye will be o mamu ha obetimi asori aka kire efe ni say ade we de mo na obi betimi aye sa ade
say necessary here because say raf na we say okoye bibi no say oh sign on my behalf
answer me nka say why na yes oye me see you will be obetimi aye me nka say why na yes oye
in this case send your matching government need anything to do with whoever I are appointing only anything to do with it is a command say the FA people will have to pay because government
and will the government hold them to ransom
because
from betimi from say nen say nka mo ye nti ade mu na mo ye nti e betimi
government ne mfre onimu bi nti oni right so free obia e kana mo amabo no nkotua because the appointment minister now all representing government
but you are not getting me seraf brem ade we betimi asi say bia yemfa ne say minister baby o mbehwe na appointment ska o makotu asem conditions na bia so mo no mo nya adwen Otto Addo die yo mo se ye pam na gisi etua ne fu salary nji on tene se ba se technical versus shafa die o mo ye bibisa wo ye sure aban ne betimi aka che efe ne se mo na mo ye nti take care of that
first one mami
so me ba o me ba mo what was
eje mami
ka mami ahangwa me bisa e betimi asi o ma we mu die ye hu die yate die experience
government betimi aka say minimum ho
he say nka mo chen
ana makwa
nti mo
okay as it stands now Kofi Adam honorable sports minister say nka onya a briefing from the
Efi
and anka you want some details akabe unim the intia one is it not possible say BIF the internal resources handles hard area
debi it's not possible what the minister can was will be a man me chia neka or can was say including the assistant
okay so
it's basically about will be or baby a man
minister not doing say for the Black Stars almost all coaches in a ministry in a handle but the augmented only the details also need the detail only briefing yes I see was CIFA president Oba he gave me a lot of respect
more device support command
but only a briefing about sa issue entina me person make bia na FA no no based on something
on day
I will be surprised TMU highly surprised say Ket mo abeye o ma de no ma wi no de akoma ministry say munyintua that would be madness ebeye total madness eh
nya sa na esi o ma mu ayo
no every time the minister is involved just say on choose be but they right from the be o mo beye bia transactions na negotiations they keep briefing and I was on to me nya sa now when be allow sa de no
but answer minister now designate wakasa wo o say young consult no
yes.
Because that time and transitional team no young consult but a decision has been taken
see that's what I'm trying to say and nothing say FNU may have some alternative arrangement be anything they could
with wine
ebia no was some arrangement say make everyone IGF a lot of the things FA Niniama Bibromo yeah ministry they have a lot of IGF from the Omnima.
We are sure Black Stars who FA net you be there.
And nontina unse baby so who they make me person the say a be total madness say the one who is going to pay no who say we involved in why bibia we na wa corner say ya appointed refresh ifa ya appointed Desmond ya appointed we ni nyina ya say brade betua it will make sense. Because we are not some ministry say on tia. What have you done?
Steve you be brown Steve enti say utie papa yin sem ya wo kan ya otu the position no e safe me tete bi say esse shafa e be take you over from otuado
abusia sa na menso metete no but no kwasem ne say otuado the end e signed agreed between the government of Ghana and then Inti or say he will be up for a review. Whether or feel say based on say every government in so I want a target and what they seek to achieve with football and as sports in general. Inti if the NDC wants to qualify for the World Cup or representing government,
priority.
Yes, maybe they will say looking at the credentials near Juma Utuado we want to review the appointment, And the point is that we no longer need him as a head coach into which they have the right to do so based on any results when you're the national team and also possible but nobody and a bit for a national team coach aba so I agree sikase and into government when you will be a man office crown or signing contract no add to me say we are coming to pay this so big to man nipa oje to me on the sign or signature appear on the sheet of paper and I said the contract document those are the people are able to be a beba unless contract and the minister being so signature some portion so I feel say now so munya abotre in the first place because then you do to me say the technical direction of the national team any nipa or 100 and no kwasam say if we every spectacle no I am very sincere to yourself as a Ghanaian or pet football and who the better days and say the glory days of Ghana football even not winning the competition but here qualified for tournament you will say then the technical team are you could tell you and lack a near ma ye here you debate me in your qualification because for 6 games you fail to win a game 6 games now your position only one boy any there everything is wrong with a technical direction and a clear admission I had the fact that they would want to push people in and take people out of the national team technical team which a clear indication say oh here answer and this a minister biba no review all contract or that and in nipa ya form no feel say oh based on the abandon so penedy and nipa we juma wa ya to no why they have every right to cancel whoever announce a contract to be or money obi until that one there I foresee that happening into me I wouldn't be surprised say be beba no magia to say Otto Addo niema wa be nti ye gya no kwan broni na mo se mo fa ne yenhwe how on to betima bo an nti therefore ye man a head coach I would not be that much
all right the 15 member blaster technical team no and the dahoro initially if ne beka say omo twen say ye de aban no be si no mo ne aban na si ahwe ansa ye de aban na si so ye nti meeting bia enra and a minister designate for sports and recreation Abeka say the decision to retain Otto Addo na ye nwanwa e chan say blasters players ni bi kra aka say omonye happy wabeka say ono ankasa ni emo ni din as minister designate nti FN ni nkomo transition team no obi an ni nkomo eni omo ni nkomo ade nji na FN apre omo aye sa appointment yakofa psychologist aba yedimrika gidigidi si ehia psychologist yedimrika gidigidi yehia assistant coach yehia technical director yakwasi se bia beshem edo maba why didn't the FA wait why didn't they take their time thank you for minister ni sisu nwe then na Ghana as a nation ebetimi aya fa minister na ba onye den class issues so that monkan say technicians no mmehwe ekon no maye why monkan sanche o mmehwe maye Saraf
I mean commende Kofi be koni say ya will be very excited pa no my mama be sure mama mona baso pa adan na me bona baso on asem ne said ye tie no and o kan ne pepe wanye I say or Dani ade no
say la so o pepa ye nyamfa ni nsi so
no ye nyamfa no but
man nyamfa ni nsi so nwie na mbehu
say I think me say see ade you see analyze the oye na ha ntina me hwe ni say bi later so e bibi ana no so no ya ba ne ya ka ya but we ni die say ya na ministers ni nyina be kasa very honest forthright the SCA na no kan o say one ket mo aba ho or admit say they showed respect to him no kan wie ti o kan wie no o sa kan say players na nkasa bi enye happy with Otto Addo now for a minister designate so obe kasa o say enye say it's not just about
he is very much worried
he also say Ghanaians enye some people na a person Otto Addo ko but even the players nankasa na nya happy with him I was say from authoritative source honorable say ya na abekono a ubenya maximum support pa very honest forthright said the assembly na no aka na sa o kawie no sa be kan say obeye surprise say ministry na ebe tuaka no na my appointment okay can you man nyina bo ma ye we nyina mu wi a na mo de abra ne say or mo de abra mo say they should pay and what's all making input into it say ya and there was one mo kono say ya pepe black of it don't bend say ya now we are FA president now junior you'll be worried say minister on yan confirm that be the minister
seat
because see under normal circumstances minister could be or say okay you money be on my just behind the scenes to say they na Yusuf no oh we happy with we happy to obi am pese obeka we hu bibia say bibi nkoya obeka no openly no when you do that a man if you follow the leverage to misbehave but he why he very honest every questioner you posted the man at the veteran and at the first interaction with the media house what say issues no said the issues he would obama issues not looking like the way it is without say or they or color issues no. Now I'm pretty sure the FA will be worried.
Say because previously your home ministers or mokasa major when you need to I refuse say bon said then you was said the won't mean
with the exception of Neeland the ministers now mama banide omuna to a certain line ayana a cover problems they bring omo. It is a reason why I said also the FA for no so omunya the signal say papa yi onye the type
o me who you are
omunya the signal say papa yi the way I was here no oye
the obeka bi aye
okay no one side and almost I realize papa the way I was starting canansem no you're careful in dealing with him and no need for me that message ninya across to the FA. I'm okay with that. When they realize that this man will not bend, this man young to me and compromising, this man on Sunday principles, I am excited about that. I say at least we had and what here nyanta chiti no obi actually
nyanta chiti na your personal I no one say we anyway but on paper then they see
on paper on making sure said the $5,000 is a take it or leave it approach from the ministry. And we are not much, but at least we saw say no.
So they me financial kunya no so nyi.
The signals near mami pa. The signals are good. Waka about grassroots football, waka about school sports. And you waka about how omobe supporting clubs na mo metia players no cap very well. And you ma wabobodi no the fundamental problems of your game no. Problem ni your implementation. In fact, we can about lesser known for say how was this card you need but your resources now you bet to me I leverage on the resources to raise the money to be able to take care of your problems and you know what can you know the core of your problems as a nation when it comes to your sports.
But it's what you are staying.
Minister, the minister is not happy.
He's not happy.
Yeah, on your happy.
It's like essay. Suffer bit take you. What?
Yeah, the issue is about the money. Also, the issue is about the contracts. For now, I think the minister be requested for the Ministerial we are request for far or be requested for the contract of the coach. No one should know beside obligation towards him. Say agency a be pamono. And no never kwa for issues. But if or analyze the obligation, no realize say oh enye bibi beyond that sir. I'm sure as a minister waka say players not happy with coach. Authoritatively waka.
What will make him
minister say be at the contract put here at the corner where we stand to lose a lot. I mean
hold you be responsible.
You
accountable say basse
it will be difficult. No, it will be very difficult. Say we hold you be accountable say or no be assign contract now what they severance package as because in contract severance package is a contract man and anything strange. What is strange to me is that no try to need the clout and the local say or be demanded says one for young qualify for AFCON na ye jane kwanya we was say you try a severance package
or no to advance the conditions.
Yeah, for me because you know compromise. I mean you make me use this hard and I say you know
that's omugu
and it was deliberate. Because one try to appointment and kasana
here say kid crack or pan chew
and Otrado's appointment didn't make sense. Logical
has not made sense.
Logical reasoning. What's subject to any logical reasoning? Be a coach and here Kwakofana and win percentage yet 33%. It didn't make sense. Now analysis of about 200 applicants. Still we have to go back to him. To me and trans him say young qualify for Africa. You go. Ebia minim whether there's a 3 month severance package or a 6 month severance package. See who is sad na and you bet me interrogating who say obi adi abro as a nation. But obi say obet me afire no. Yes, obey me, but obey share the financial implication or analyze the financial implication. No realize say as a nation we stand to lose a lot. The obey and say no. So this is what you do. You render and I surprised. So he has to be German. in this situation, he has to be German and decide, say, Adiano, my failure. Let me bury my pride and say I have resigned. Because if at the end of the day, or put it at a tight corner, and say, we'll render him, you know, we can do some engineering, be reassignment, and do that, change the roles, and let this man play. If you say, Onion, I just best step it aside until see a piano sikamano.
Monyan say, na, Pepe, the minister designate for youth and sports, Kofi Adams, Nensam, and Bobos, you run a casa, or say, or you're worried, pa, say, if you decided, say, or we'll keep you to Addo, because boys in the blast house players, maybe. Complaining enough was it young consultant the transition team aware about changes, inclusions, or more any additions, or more any BBR.
So I just want to believe that, sir, technical team idea that we a proposal from the FA,
sir.
In Sida, see a Juma Hay. Number 4B, say, force on the
head of sports,
foreign news presenter. And back up Kui and Fa will be a Gemini negotiating. Namana sign contract, a media general
for the greater bar.
About 2 billion, but soon be average 120 million, 12,000. Now, this high contract, Nakoma, media general and penny for on cries, Omuntiasa is Kanama. Same Bodamba. Clearly, I am not, and I like the words Ralph you see as it doesn't make sense, number one. Then absolute madness. And if two things, it's either the FA through FIFA forward programs, they have their money. It's almost say they will pay through their own means. Now, no make catch some money to or have telka. The Omafani new coach on one bit Chanaka. So the miniature ministry know anything to do with the contract of the Black Queens coach because GF for national money to your money. But if Oko sign a contract, I was $65,000 with Reshefa. Ralph, and I was informed by one of the committee members that he applied for. I'm friend for interview. We did not call him for interview.
Wow.
He applied. We did not even call him for interview with Fresheva. I'm friend for interview. And he, I'm saying, let's hear that way there. Two things. I say, Obi, and I'm getting or hallucinating. You wake in and say, I can say, near Pooh, Nanka, say. And I said, if the GF, there are a lot of people working for the GFR for two ministry and for
Obi awa apply for interview. I will say unqualified into one friend.
No, Omanga so unqualified.
Then a bit more one friend, but a failure.
Omo principles last. Omo principles. My catch was an interview now. I was on rough. You see where big time a call of buying. People were angry.
Yes.
So at that time, let's do something for Ghanaians to feel we are doing something. But in the minds of the FA and Ketokreku, it was about Otto. They just want us your friend, but in the end, they knew or knew himself of Otto. Me say Dana, Tulipono, say Lancaster. Or Casavier, no, me as a Scandinavia, some few, Zarafus on the age now. After we park Kyoto. As I don't know, concludes all the remedy man of Pam Angelotti. I go for Otto. What the Liverpool man says, your Pam and slaughter. Or catch us and can yet a bind by force or day a Christian shall more compound on Bluetooth. Meanwhile, Otto won't even qualify. No more can a cacas or Otto co work up. Among us, Otto about 2 matches. Tournament I won't even qualify for. We are there, Koji. And she Abzapani says I have no more qualification been failing. So that is it. Now, may Baba hear you, but Honorable Kofi Adams. Yeah. My cousin Kofi Adams, who I say Kofi Adams, said you will bet my year on to me, you are not being fair to the man. Because on ye say Mustafa is even a Saturday sports ministry. Bet my train some more king now. I doesn't make the bank as well. Buana say, me confirm. Otto, he Papa and Didi Kofi Adams, he has never come close to anything sports. Yes. Now, some no coca now. Ralph, this is the difficulty, Steve. I bet my possible say the highest office of political authority and I'm a GF for appointments on my Ministry of Youth and Sports. I do my Prime Ministers, I don't know, because and conformity because you are president as sports minister anyhow. No, my could you among come. so Kofi Adams making reference to also transitional team no any ti obiara ma no briefing bia say enti irresponsible say sometimes on my adwuma no dey ma minister because say eno ameka cho say o makwa presentation dia kire and the chief of staff ya aware his excellency ya aware say GF for say mo $5 billion on mako worker
Ghana beko worker
o my presentation kire bra mu mpanyifo na Kofi Adams ni say meeting
boss minister ni nimo
enti Kofi Adams could have great intentions for the ministry but when you receive a call say when I say near person on the omoyena it ends there because somebody gave you the political appointment and if the political leader any leadership na you say how they say near person yakwa o ya hwan we minister enkosi ba bia I say wo ministry bi as a sector minister na mo all the contract na chief of staff and so obi e wa kese mu aban kese mu say mfama we wo dey na ba ya fa opa no wa resign anko because e hwan na be ko because ye na ye de ade na manti eye Kofi Adams asem no kan ni there he was being honest with the truth no kra obi an consult no abuja panyi
yes sir
Blasters players no and watch led by Thomas Partey Jackie West obenya Otto Addo ni Partey picture na ne nam no twetwa mfonyini Otto Addo ade na yewura fi Steve Okai say ball World Cup your last match any Uruguay Partey free mo kai say Partey free World Cup na say go England me Ghana for us adwene si ade bi Otto Addo santo ko hunu na one Partey ko ye and night before Uruguay game na o free camp no go and solve that issue first enye photo na gina ne nchen no woni nipa ni o mo twa photo ayenga zo mo bi
so akọ
woni nipa mani na twa photo na nsam na chia acha ne nsam bam na me ngasa na ho bi de o tie mi sesi ai no obi kura ne na wa asore kura e bi kura mo serve on committee ba ko asore ho e bi kura mo ya asore mpanyi fo
asofu wo mienu
wo mo ba so mo ya adwuma no okọ you offended people wasani ya twa for ifato so jiku asema o ka kire jiku challenge wa and into the captain's armband koma kudus who create problems and now na utwa mfonyini etuma ko jiku amene na twa photo nti ya solve wona no solve there absapani I am informed that not just 8 players no feel offended no other 12 players of the Black Stars
minister na ka just wa man numbers wa modi was Black Stars players ni bi
so I am giving you numbers based on the information say coach we there omuntimi ni adwuma no nya de ankasa and na nya de so kwa kan ansema no the club sasa no beka che no waka che boys no o ka chere patetwa na nim ka che ne say ateta ne coach you me ni club mo level mo nam me wan me si Borussia Dortmund anytime bi om coach be ko bia na nu ye om ko fa no resign or your former player no wo mo youth team no what da so om adwene ho da say yes Otto Addo ko ba wan game da
onum dey
da bia bu so panyi ba bia o ye good no nim pa
anti ho ti na make an ho dey
wo se ho Otto Addo onim di o ye pa and me sure pass Dortmund for no at the time Dortmund for okokra o mo so ba ye Ghana adwuma yes o mbusa say we are sure adwuma na ye guarantee job wo job security and no na ma ye gitum see am 3 years past 2 years of possible extension
5 years
because baby o ye adwuma no obi ama obi atirim da de o ye ma mo ni so pa adwuma kora o mo de ma no so onye odot no mo ni so na ma o mo tirim da so e be yina firi ho
picture we na wa ase for
me so na nam no twitwa mfonyini na unim we
wa solve
keto kreku na ka je so ko ya de we tu ko ha na watwa fonyini oni atata kora twa picture no twa no ma post no twa no ma post no enyo na kire se afedi Otto Addo hu tactics
the concert pe
afedi kire se Otto Addo hu tactics afedi ye bo game obenya oni tactics bia onya ade o Otto Addo asem de make sa he is never good and he cannot be good he can be good what he does at the corner Dortmund for friend trainer scout na no ye mo no mini owuraku songo say scouter so see teacher to scout to our scouter now a scouter or yes scouting am joy ade e maybe so scouting my as e World Cup ne ba ku bi I said 2014 yes who's any Germany group side board na ye Germany board tare no
on the monitor or more.
But I know what you might, who the information on the buy, no one woman information be only interpret. But whatever I was here to interpret here, and a Germany boy, say again, according to FIFA Technical Study Group at the 2014 World Cup, it was the best game.
Yeah.
It was the best game at the World Cup.
Yeah.
The guy is not good, Abusapeni. In fact, he's not average.
Otto
is not even below average.
Oh, information, Pabuame. What's it?
Otto stay no be stay no. Every person stay. Players now, omo any Kofi Adams Kasai. Through Honorable Edwin Neal and Van der Poel. Omo express your opinions. After omo say guy na nya de ultimate mwaye.
Wow.
Ni epese ko work up na nya sa guy. Now the Sian the Steve Okachero, but the Ralph Kachero should do it because the amount of money we need to call for to compensate him. So when you Japan, my Kachero say Ghana $200,000. A bra Milovan Rajavak Eddie FIFA. A costed $200,000. Sasikano. The GFA had to pay from FIFA for it program. Later, Omokoji budget be a record either Afghan as be as a motor says can free.
Wow.
Until to add $200,000. Kaise Siki and so the Echo. Sika couldn't so the Echo FIFA because on numbers on between Sigano.
Yeah.
Because you have pay and a dear appeal na chop from Sikamamio na or the chop passa. Omo Makandi Omko Musika and we paid. And the amount we may pay a bit so ama we are paying about our pump coach and also a payable.
Wow.
Because of the sort of contract we signed with him. And no a problem at the moment, you know.
Omo signs our contract no baby. Ye ntime nyo omo hwe match na bi. Omo ye bibi omo de nyansa to.
Omo nya government workers ontimi nya no hwe aye GFA. Yes, omo nya public sector workers.
Because omo clubs omo signs our contract ni bi.
Ontimi nya no hwe moral argument and the fact that the national team and the national team they had there. But we sign contract ni wo di ma wi. Subsequently the government can tell the FA we will be responsible for appointment of blaster coaches. But second contract no must sign the GFA KBA. I tell you teacher the GS which falls under the Ministry of Education. Now what could be at the Cabrera school now we bet my AUD because I ban money. GFA for money I ban you for you by the government of Ghana. And decision no take here no a very bad decision for us because they hold the national teams in trust for the people of Ghana. It's when you are buying to me anyway. A buying to me anyway, but yeah, but Macassi a national team there. Yeah, my quite based on Nioma wise, but just young Jao appointed coach might be uncho say, Ubet me I said one. Then Yamonia said one. I was a penny final.
Okay.
Well, for Safa, ever year the head coach Otto Equa. But it depends if and only if government is ready to compensate Otto. Senior sir will fresh off another appointment. Government will not pay.
Wow.
Because government, as we speak, and you are aware, and I was a penny, Miss NC, the example I'm creating, mean to me for be a we have no sign we have the na con grind. We do a desire, Kandao, now room, catch on the new boy, I have found, over for Akuma. 200,000 accounts officer because Pepe no assign. Pepe no assign in my capacity as a
head of sports.
Ends the head of sports and any other capacity. To a GFA president, you don't have the capacity to contract somebody in a contract that has a consideration for government to pay. Sikane woman yon abetu abai na betua. Ah, nanka nene no anse keta ko sheobi. But me pese about voice be that Frederick Achise they don't need the permission of government to do any appointment. This is very good. They don't need the permission of government. And I'm appoint you.
So, international team manager. The way we be a sports minister, it takes itself away. No, they've never done that. And the no, what I'm saying is that so officer will go there and then brief him. But say, yeah, I want you to be a service through, but some people, no, that's not the mandate of the SA. Yes, Abani, it's here. But when it is there now, there is officer Abani that they going forward here. No, and yes, I way a statement from the Ghana People Association. I just the Ghana for the Ghana for the Democrat. yɛte na Ghana for na lasta nkanko ne yɛdie so ɛnya yɛfa hwɛ asante market boy la results no na dia sɛ bi obi ani jama nti sɛ yɛ ade apɛtim yɛreba kutim de betimi aboa ama results ayɛ fɛni saka nuka tɛtɛ na sɛ bi si wa kɔn to see world cup nti ɛkyerɛ ni sɛ ɛne how to react to the plight of the Black Stars. Yeah, hope that we know this Miyapwa and my market and can the boys in the kitchen.
Pepe, why is when and I will be sad?
Or say, I'm on a national team. Nothing on moves are buying back items that you a dear Sivini. Such arrogant speech, which also breeds some level of ignorance. Yenny hating also. It's the penny I won't say any tria, and he acknowledges because Century News answer, now says can you know because I need tria, but and ya buying so the better ready. Wow. The Bena chief 3D boy, yes, he does say, ya appointed blasters coach. Now, sir, I'm gonna negotiate with Sikana. Uku Siki clearance from the minister, say, coaches, you know, I do 50,000 a year, you see, $25,000, Mumpa $25,000 coach. Or say, your money will be a permission to appoint. To do the appointments no my then probably they will pay because they want to pay na busapanya say me say what you say me buy ya obetuma kwa bonten no akwaje jinkofo ne o ma no akaje ni bakọ ma me say papa hu so ka na ba wo hia no waje na ma me no so aba uba na abaje ni o ma wonti mba
wase me hu a
say da say ma me ni nyanza la mba ni nyanza ba ku ye problematic
and o me no nyina.
No, the two of them cannot be mad, but one is definitely mad. Say, my not my member Abajini or maybe on the storm. No, I got it on Papa can eat and put it.
Maybe I was what I told you. No problem. Daddy say, we may into a bow.
Maybe I will say it was a vortic, one more for the base of the man. Now, baby, don't what you wait, no, you wait. Yeah, a boy, Papa grab a packet or tonos. None of Papa can run away, John, but I have a boca 200 million. Some of them is on your normal. Me bucket total work at 200 million. I mean, Yahweh was one Musame. That's the problem, and I think that I'm saying, same way there. Appointment in two things. Either say GF in your musica, and no more person with the bois blasters.
Come back home.
And now say, but better than what about to a by Yahweh. Come back. As Steve can Steve say asshole, a factual. Say, and Steve, yes, before you ever saw present in no. And a transitional team, His Excellency John Durani Mama side at the Babon says, or more motives, more sign contract. Yes. That is a president in Nadia China, chief of staff, issue statement. Say, new appointments, promotions, promotion. We have been done. Superintendent of police, one, I do so. Yes, it is just much and I ban your promote to a hold on. Affair. Yeah, appointed the three ministers now present here on here on first train. Finance Ministry, energy,
defense.
And the defense ban and Yabaku. And almost on the bus affair there. On my trust more per audit. More was alert. Chief of Staff say per full audit of or more for Mojuma the last 6 months. Obia Yamayu the certificate or the Jumano. But now interview now they are all Sango for come as will be on the bus market 6,000 Ghana cedis. A buy so pursue. What go for me $165,000 and you also buying interested room. Now you're not ready. Maybe they will pay. Achimwa will come back on the and on Moya's idea.
Gentry, now you said the Visiaco, Pepper Race, and what's in the Kahaya command.